I'm making this video so I want to talk about just item balance. The new DLC has horrendous item balance. They can, like, how do you add, like, too many bad items are just polluting the loot pool. Knockback Fin, Bolstering Lantern, Warped Echo. Warped Echo is obsolete. It's made obsolete by Tougher Times and Raps. And did they fix this? I'm gonna figure it out. But Knockback Fin definitely needs a rework. It literally has knockback in the name, but it knocks up. It doesn't make any sense. Make it actually knock back and maybe do damage based on how fast an enemy is moving. Like, if an enemy gets knocked, if knockback fins procs and then the enemy gets knocked into another enemy or into a wall, they'll take additional damage. That would make it better. That would not make it completely useless and just scrap fodder. Bolstering Lantern. Like, no. Just no. Items that need you to take damage or be at a certain health to, like, proc are just bad. Except for, like, Elixir. That's, like, the only exception. But Lantern is just bad. I would rather take a Watch, a Crowbar, Bleed, Crit over a Lantern any day. There's no point. Chronic Expansion is okay. It's a bit mid. It's not bad, but it's mid. I don't think they really need to change expansion, but they definitely need to change. Definitely need to rework Knockback Fin. Maybe Lantern. Lantern is just bad. Maybe just remove Lantern from the game entirely. It's just bad. It's just not a good item. Like, I don't know what they were thinking. Antler Shield. If I could change Antler Shield, I would just get rid of the chance, make it 100% chance, and then just give it damage reduction. That'd make it actually worthwhile picking up and, like, make me think twice about wanting to scrap it. The green items are a little better than the white items. I'll start with Chance Stall. Chance Stall is good. I like Chance Stall. Don't really need to change it. Pair beads, I don't really like how you have to lose them to activate the stats. And also it says stored stats. You don't really know what stats it's storing. Like, what is it storing? Is it storing attack speed, movement speed, damage resistance? What is it storing? I think it needs to be more clear on that. And if I could change it, maybe make it so that the buffs or the stats get applied after each stage instead of having to scrap the item, because I just feel like it's kind of, like, redundant. Luminous Shot is just mid. It's there. It is there. I think how they could change it is, first off, just make it 200% damage. Why is it 150%? Just make it 200% base. And then make it proc off every ability and then make it increase, like, the next damage of the next ability. So, like, if you're Loader, you use her grapple and then it increases the power of her punch. That would make this thing amazing. That'd make that so good on so many more survivors. Would have so much more synergy with so many more survivors. Like, but it's just your secondary and it increases your primary attack. Like, that's so mid. Sailstar is okay. I mean, no, Sailstar is good, but it's just Sailstar. No, it's kind of a lazy idea. It gives more items left. And Transmitter. I don't really know how you could change why? Okay, first off, why is it so high up? Look how high up it is. It's even like that in, like, multi-shops. I don't know why it's like that, but why does it have a 2-minute cooldown? That it's kind of strange, but transmitter is just maybe make it not 25% health, because when you're at 25% health and you get teleported across that map in front of a fucking Elder Lemurian, you're dead. Make it like 50%, maybe not 50%. Just remove this from the game. This does not need to be in here. It has no synergy with anything. It's made obsolete by Stealth Kit. I never thought I would say that, but it is made obsolete by Stealth Kit. Like, why would you need this? It's the scrappiest green item ever to be made. It's more scrappier than regen scrap. I forgot the name of it for a sec, but it's just bad. Noxious Thorn, also just bad. Like any item that needs to be hit to proc it is just not good. It deals bleed, but it's only a chance. Stop making it a chance. Make it 100% chance. That'd make it a little bit better. Wouldn't make it good. It would still be bad. I think Thorn definitely needs a rework. Just because it's not good. I scrap it every time. I don't even use the DLC. I don't even keep the DLC on because of how bad a lot of these items are. The amount of bad items just far outweighs like the good items. It's so bad. Okay, and then red items, growth nectar, 5 buffs is too much. Especially if you get this early game, you do not have enough buffs to proc it. 5 is too many for a red item. If it was a green item, maybe like 5 buffs is fair. But for a red item, I'd think like 3 buffs or something would be good. 5 is just too many, and you can barely proc it ever. How many? I don't even know how many items give you buffs. Safer Spaces gives you a buff. There are like no other white items that give you buffs. Like consistent buffs, bans, I think count for it. Bans, Safer Spaces. You pretty much need a perfect loadout to proc growth nectar. Like nothing. There's like nothing that gives you buffs, like consistent buffs that you can consistently have this up with. That's why I think they should change it from 5 to 3. 5 is just way too many. War bonds. I was really disappointed with this. What is going on with it? Why is it so dark? I was really disappointed with war bonds because I wanted a red economy item so badly, but war bonds is just bad. They need to make it better. It needs a rework, or just a buff. It just needs a buff or a rework, anything to make it better. Runic Lens. The problem I have with Runic Lens is that okay, first off, what is this description? The description should not be this fucking long. And also, I can just not tell when this thing procs. Like, the visual for this thing procking is just non-existent, and I don't even notice it procking ever. And it's like a 5% chance. And just, it's such a confusing item. They should make it like bans. Give it a set cooldown, and then you need to deal a certain amount of damage to proc it, and then it goes on cooldown. That would be good. And then just make the effect for it more apparent. I've never noticed this thing procking ever. Sonorous Whispers is okay. You know, it gives you more items. You know, everyone talking about it. They did nerf it, but I think 4% is a little too low. Like, I had it in one run, and I was like, I just think 4% is a little too low. But that's my opinion. I would say Electric Boomerang is probably my favorite item. It definitely has the most synergy with other items. Like, it has a lot. I don't know if it can proc chain. It probably can, but I think it just has the most synergy with all the regular items, like especially Clovers. When you pick up Clovers and Electric Boomerang, your screen is just filled with boomerangs. It's crazy, and it's so much fun. I love Electric Boomerang. They did really good on that one though. And the lunar item, I don't even have it unlocked. It's dog shit. No one should pick it up. You should never pick it up ever. Like, if you pick it up and then go into the gold portal, you are soft locked pretty much. You can't do anything. Like, I don't know what they were thinking about there either. Like, then the Seed of Life is just Dios. It's just pretty much Dios. You know, that's it. It's kind of lazy. One of my friend made a good point. Is that a lot of the items and a lot of the new items just seem AI generated. Like, I don't know how to explain it, but like, he's right. They do kind of seem AI generated in some sort. But that's besides the point. I'm surprised they didn't add any new boss types. Like, they didn't add a single new boss type and give us a new yellow item, which even just one new yellow item would have been fun. Like, I don't know why they didn't do that. And then, I definitely think this game would benefit from more void items. This game would benefit from just regular updates, not even just like DLCs, just like regular content updates. Like, an update that just like adds one new item, or one new stage, or one new survivor, or one new enemy type. Something like that. That would just make this game feel so fresh. And, but they're not gonna do that. They're probably not gonna do that. Okay, and then the monsters. Oh my god, the monsters. The new monsters. Scorchworm, Halcyonite, and the Child. Where is the Child? The Child? They do so much damage, especially the Child. Especially when the Child is an elite. They do way too much damage. Does it say how much damage they do? 14? Terrible. That is not true. Vultures do not do as much damage as a Child. That is not true at all. That is so false. What about Greater? I think Greater Woods have 15. There's no way. There's no way. How does it? Why does a Child have 14 base damage? That's absurd. They just do so much damage. They need to be toned down. Definitely. The tracking on their... Okay, I originally thought the tracking on the projectiles was, like, way too strong, but it's not that strong. Maybe the tracking should get toned down a teeny tiny bit, but definitely the damage. Definitely the damage needs to be toned down. They're so strong. The Scorchworms, they're too... How do they... There's no way they have 0 armor. They're so tanky. They're so tanky. Why do they look like that? They're so tanky, and they do so much damage. 17 base damage? What the fuck? What the... Like, that's more than an Elder Lemurian. 20 base damage. What are you guys doing? What are you guys actually doing? Like, all 3 of them need to be nerfed. In their tankiness and their damage, they just need to be toned down. They're way too strong. I don't even have Mithrix's log. I want to see what Mithrix's damage is. 15. Like, how does a Scorchworm have more fucking damage than an Alloy Worship unit? Then the survivors. I love False Sun. He's my favorite survivor. They did really well with the survivors. Chef is Chef. Chef needs a buff. He's like the only one that needs a buff. They should change his primary attack. Not make it like Artificer, because that's the one thing I hate about Artificer is her primary attack has a cooldown. They should... There is that one mod, the Better Chef primary mod. They should just take inspiration from that and do that. Seeker is... okay, you know. Seeker. She's pretty good. And then I want to talk about the elites. The Twisted Elites, they just need to be removed. Remove them from the game entirely. They don't fit in the game. They're the worst designed enemy in the entire game, like by far. They're horribly designed. You get punished for having AoE. Like, how are you supposed to target them? If you will, like, say you attack a Twisted Elite, and then you proc Yuke off them, and then that attacks everything else inside their bubble, and then just comes back to you and fucking kills you. What are you supposed to do about that? You're supposed to just scrap your ukulele? Like, no, I'm not gonna scrap my ukulele. I'm just gonna turn off the DLC, because the Twisted Elites are such bullshit. They need to just be removed. Or just like nerf to the ground. Make their bubble smaller, make them do less damage, make them less tanky. They're so bad. They're so horribly designed. And then, same with the Gilded Elites are not as badly designed. They're fine. I do think they do a little bit too much damage, but that's just me. I feel like they do too much. But I feel like for Gilded Elites, their tankiness is fine. I feel like it actually fits them. The tankiness of the Gilded Elites, it fits them a lot, you know, because they're made of gold. But they should just not do so much damage. But I do think we do need an elite that is a bit tankier than the other ones. Like the Gilded Elite could be that. But they just do a lot of damage. They do too much in my opinion. And then the stages are good. Like, I do like the stages. The only stage I don't like is the new stage 5. But that's just me. I don't really like the lava at the bottom of the stage. I just think it's a bit stupid. I do like Verdant Falls. Verdant Falls is very good. And then I like, I don't have its thing, but I like Disturbed Impact. And then I don't really know what the other ones are. I don't like G1 Colony. G1 Colony sucks. I don't know what the other ones are. I actually can't remember. I feel like I've like never gotten one of the new stage 2s. If there even is one. I don't even know how many new stages there are. But yeah. I know bug fixes need to come first. But then after the bug fixes, after a majority of the bugs are fixed, they really need to address these balancing issues. Too many of these items are just bad. It's literally not worth having the DLC on at this point. Like, I don't even play with the Storm DLC on. I only have the Void DLC on, because I just don't like. Twisted Elites are just so annoying. That's like the main reason why I have it disabled, just because of the Twisted Elites. And then the items are they just pollute it. They just pollute the loot pool way too much. And also, my skins just do not save. Like, the skins I have, I equip just don't save. Well, when I leave, like, I have Primarian ones on for Huntress Bandit multi, but they just, like, get unequipped whenever I close the game. It's so weird. That's very minor, but yeah, it is kind of annoying. And then I really don't think there's anything else. I know Gearbox, their team was small, they were rushed, they got bought by Take-Two, and I am very scared for the future of Risk of Rain and the future of Gearbox in general, because if what is that game? If Borderlands 4 flops, it's over. It's actually over for Gearbox if that game flops. They need to make that game good. If that game flops, it's over, which I'm not very hopeful for, honestly. I'm just not very hopeful for it. But yeah, that's pretty much all I wanted to say. Nerf the enemies, rework some of the items, buff some of the items. What was that? And just, you know, don't make items that are just bad. They just pollute the loot pool. We need more stun items, or at least I think, in my opinion, we need more stun items, more barrier, more movement speed items, maybe more damage resistant items, because there's like only wraps. What else gives you damage resistance? I think it's like only wraps. It's really only that, I think. Is it really? I think it is. There's no way. I'm missing something. That has to be. We need more damage resistance. And for False Sun, maybe like at least one more item that increases the amount of health you have. And Shield, I think we could benefit from more Shield items, and also they should rework Shield and make it how it works in Risk of Rain Returns. Because if Shield worked how it worked in Risk of Rain Returns, then Shield would be so much more valuable in this game. Like, if it worked like it does in Returns, then people would never scrap PSG. It's just a fact. People would see, literally, I think if that was the case, PSG would be the most valuable item besides movement speed. But that's pretty much it. I do, like, they also, oh wait, there's one thing. About Chef and False Sun. First off, they really need to rework Yes Chef. I don't have it online, but literally everyone says it's horrible. I don't think it should be a 15-second cooldown. Doesn't really make sense if it's supposed to increase your abilities. Like, doing it every 15 seconds is just not worth it. And then False Sun, his laser, it says fire a piercing laser, but it does not pierce. It doesn't pierce. I will show you. It does not pierce. I'm pretty sure it doesn't. That's what I've heard at least. Where is like anything? I need to get enemies lined up for this. Like, I like his laser burst. I think his laser burst is, in my opinion, I like his laser burst a lot more than the laser of the Father. But the laser burst, it just doesn't pierce when it says it's supposed to pierce. Like, it should have gone through that golem and then hit the wisp, but it didn't. It only hits the golem, which doesn't really make sense. Because if you put pierce in the description of the ability, you can't really get mad at people for expecting it to pierce, even though apparently it doesn't. It's not like highlighted like phase round. Like, see how piercing is highlighted in yellow for phase round? It's not highlighted on here. Why? Why, Gearbox? Why did you do that? Like, piercing. Fucking Artificer. Piercing. His is not highlighted. Please, Gearbox. Make Laser Burst pierce and my life is yours. I swear. They really need to fix that. Because Laser Burst is literally obsolete in every single way in Laser of the Father. It's like, what are you guys doing? I don't know if they fixed accurate, actually. I should check that. They did say accurate was supposed to be back in action. Let's see. Let's see if I can jump right into this golem's face. Oh, wait, did I land on him? I can't tell. I can't tell if I landed on him or if I actually collided. Okay, I think I did. Let me find like a wisp to jump into. Something. Where's the wisp? I don't need you right now. I need a wisp I can like, jump into their face or something. See? Because I think it did. I think it is different. At least. Why? Okay. The one time I want wisps to spawn, they don't spawn. I don't need more golems. Also, I'm pretty sure Acrid has been that way, like where he doesn't collide with things, or his face doesn't like, if you jump into them, he doesn't collide with them. That has been like that on console for like the longest time, I'm pretty sure. And then since they merged the code, then everyone noticed it. But like, I'm pretty sure it's been like that on console for a long time. There's a lot of bugs that have just existed on console for a long time that just never got noticed because no one cares about console. Finally. I missed. No. They didn't fix it? I jumped right into that witch's face. There's no way. There's no shot. There's no shot. They didn't fix it. Like, actually, they said they were going to be in action like that. What do they mean? That is not working as intended. You're about to fix it. That is if I can even jump in this game. Like, it's impossible to jump in this game. I'm not dying. It's embarrassing. That time I landed on the tree. That did not count. Accurate is definitely not fixed. Like, I don't even know if did they fix the loader bug? I don't even know what the loader bug was. Like, there's so many things I need to do and fix. And yeah, I think that's it. Just wanted to rant because just this DLC. I want the DLC to be good. It is good. It can be better though. They could make it so much better if they fix it. Which they are on that track to fix it, I think. And soon, hopefully the Twitch plays will just be removed from the game entirely. Like they don't need to be in the game. Like, truthfully, they don't. They shouldn't be in the game. They don't fit in the game at all. Was not what I meant to do.